Hello.
Hello.
There we go. One, 3, 2, correct?
132.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Oh,
All right.
Eve. How are you,
Yeah.
Eve?
Where are
Hashem.
you? Where are you?
I'm in Shanghai, actually.
You're in Shanghai?
Yeah, huh?
You don't have any Zip's flights?
I'm having just having lunch break.
Weren't you just there? Or you were in Hong Kong?
I was in Hong Kong.
Oh, it's different. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How's the Chabad there?
It's good. It's good.
You
Busy?
are
Not
in
too
Hong
many,
Kong
not
now?
too many people.
Oh.
You are in Hong Kong now?
No, I'm in Shanghai now.
I was there once for a Shabbos. They had like 300 people. It was
Yeah, I know. Shabbos gets
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it was just years ago.
Yeah. He's got a whole business going there.
Oh yeah. They're smart people.
Yeah, they know good marketers.
Are you in the main one or the one in Pudong?
In which one? Not in Pudong.
Not
The
in
main
Pudong.
one. No. There's a nice hotel I stay at right over here, Hongqiu Guest State House.
I'm sure are they listening into the Daf Yomi? That's clever Chinese.
You never know what they're doing.
Jorge, buenas noches, Jorge.
Good evening, good evening.
Hi, George.
How's everything?
Everything is good. It's good.
Yes.
Ay. All good. Uh-oh. Somebody's sleepy.
I am.
Did everybody vote?
Yes,
Yep.
days ago.
A few times.
That was
Oh, Belvo.
Hello.
Hey, Walter.
What's doing?
Walter.
How are you?
How are you?
Very good. Thank God.
Why are you in the dark?
I'm sitting outside. I like the dog.
Yeah. Oh, you took your bookshelf to the outside then. Everybody likes to be incognito.
Don Mario, si continúa así, vamos a quedarnos dormidos todos.
¿Cómo?
Si continúas bostezando, vamos a quedarnos dormidos todos.
Perdón.
No. La verdad es que ya son las 9.
The truth is, this pushing back the hour didn't
It's
help
crazy.
me. I got even earlier up.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Hmm? But this is the real time, right?
Well, this is the real time, but it's crazy. We should settle on 1. It's not good for our metabolism to keep going back and forth.
Yeah. Well, Arizona doesn't change.
No. Anyway,
Where's Ernie now? Oh. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
hello.
132.
Hook Lamed Bays. Boy Rava. Rava asked the fine question. Babori, a healthy person, not somebody on his deathbed, who signs over all of his assets to his wife. So, hey, what's the din? Do we say only b'shchiv mara, hu denichalei, b'shabin mila? We learned by a shchiv mara who writes his assets to his wife. It doesn't mean that he's giving his assets to his wife. It means he's appointing her the executor of the estate of the children. And he wants to give her covet in the eyes of the Yisomim. So maybe it's only by a shchivmer, aval babori, but by a healthy person, haka'iu, he's alive, he's going to be around, he's going to be able to make sure that she's respected enough. So maybe the kavana is that he really wants to give her all the money. Oy dilma, perhaps we'll say the other side, bori nami nichalei dilishtam mila b'hashta. Or maybe not, he's just appointing her the executor, but he's appointing the I'm on. So Toshma, hakoisev peiros nechosav liishto. Somebody has 1,000 trees in an orchard, and he writes that the peiros of these trees should be given to his wife. Now, normally, his piece of land, which has the trees on it, is lien to the woman's ksuba. So that if he divorces her or he dies, she can collect the ksuba payment from the piece of land. And in this case as well, goyve ksubasa. Min akarka, she can still collect the amount owed to her in her ksuba from land. And if he gave her the land, either half of it, or the shlish, or a third of it, or a quarter of it, and basically he's gifting it to her in his lifetime, well, the remainder, that part that he did not give to her as a matana, she can collect if he dies or divorces her. Now, the third case, kosav kol nechosav liishto, if he gifted all of his assets to his wife, right, with a shtar matana, and let's say yotzalov shtar chov, he borrowed from somebody after he got married, and before he wrote this gift, and therefore he owes a piece of land as a collateral to the person he borrowed money from. Rabbi Eliezer Oimer, Tikra matanosa v'tamad al ksubasa. Since the ksuba was written at the time they got married, which is way before he borrowed the money. So the advice of Rabbi Eliezer is to this woman is tear up the shtar matana, because he gave the gift to her came after he borrowed the money. So if she keeps the shtar matana, this guy's going to take it all away from her, because it was all leaned. It was all a lien for the money that was owed. So she should rip up the shtar matana v'tamen al ksubasa. The ksuba is a pre-existing lien. She has the initial lien because she got married before he borrowed the money. However, chachamim oimrim tikra ksubasa v'tamen al matanasa. She accepted the matana in the lifetime. She gave up her zchus to collect the ksuba. However, since in reality, the guy borrowed money before he gave it away to her, the creditor can take all the assets away from her. Nimtzes kerechos mikar mikan. She's left holding the bag on both sides. She loses the matana and she loses her ksuba. My niece was a kala, and this happened to her. They advised to tear up the ksuba, stay on the matana, and she ends up losing both. Now, why is this? Because a shtarchov had been presented, which was dated prior to the matan. We're trying to prove the following. If there was no shtarchov kanya, looks like the matana that was given to her was koina. That was our question. The first is a bari. If a healthy person gives a gift to his wife, does it stand or not? Right? B'mai ilem b'shchiv mara. Are we talking about he was a shchiv mara v'ha'amrid? That when a shchiv mara writes all his assets to his wife, he's not really giving her the assets. Lo asa el apotropos, he's really only appointing her the executor. Must be in a love b'bori. And therefore we have an answer to the shaila that Rava asked. A bori who gives away his assets to his wife, it works. So the Gemara says no proof. We are talking about a shchiv mara. What about the fact that we said before that when a husband as a shchiv mara gives over his assets to his wife, it's really only appointing her as the executor? Rav Avira mukila bakulu. Because Rav Avira says she's koina in all the various cases that we talked about yesterday, and she doesn't become the executor. And Ravina mukila in the case where it was Beishto Arusa, Beishto Grusha, that if it was not a woman that he had given Nesuin to yet, only Kiddushin, or he had divorced her, then it's clear that he gave it to her as a gift. Like the Chacham, Tikra Ksubasa v'tamad matanasa, that she doesn't collect from either. V'nimtzis kerechos mikana mikah. She's left holding the bag. She doesn't get the ksuba. She doesn't get the maton. Lememra loy ozl Rav Nachman Basra umdana. There is a concept of umdana that means we look at what is the kavanah of the person. I mean, this woman is not going to be moichel on her ksuba, not to get anything. So that's not what the husband has in mind. Person's son goes to China. And he hears that the son died. He writes, the person writes all of his assets to a stranger. And unbeknownst to him, the son is alive and comes back. Matanosa matana. The Tanakhama says he can't reverse the matana that he gave to somebody else. Rav Shem ben Elazar, ein matanosa matana. We make an umdana. If the guy would have known that his son is alive, would he given all of his assets away to a stranger? Shilu haya yodeh shebno kayim lo kasvan. Rav Nachman like Rav Shimon ben Elazar, and Rav Nachman passes like Rav Shimon. So Rav Nachman holds. We look at the das of the giver. And the husband wouldn't want his wife to be left without a ksuba. Shiny awesome. The nichala, the tepekala kola, she's happy as well that the news is going around that her husband wrote all the assets to her. So she's masking to be mavatal the schus for her ksuba. It's not obvious that she would give that up. Tanan also. A person gives away while he's alive all of his assets to his children. The cost of lishto karka kolshu, but he gives a small piece of land to his wife. Of the ksubasa. The various things that were given to the son normally would have paid for ksuba, but by accepting the little piece of land, she's showing that she agrees with the gift to the children, and therefore she loses the right to collect her ksuba. Of the ksubas, because he gave her a small piece of land, she gives up the right to collect $100,000 piece of land. Amarav b'mizakalan al yada. The kinyan was done through her, and she didn't protest. So Rav holds the woman was maskim, agreed to give up the ksuba. Shmuel Omar, it's not that that was his chus through the woman. The machalik lefaneha, he gave out the gifts to the children while she was there, and v'hishosekes, and she didn't say a word. She didn't say, "Oh, what about my share?" So it's in that case that she gives it up. However, Rabbi Yossi bar Chanina Omar, it had to be more specific. When he gave her his small piece of land, he said to her, and this should be payment of your ksuba, and you must accept it. And this is mikule ksuba shadukan. This is one of the leniencies of a ksuba. Through this mechanism, the woman loses her right and the schus to collect her ksuba. Tanan, Rav Yossi Omer, im kibla alei, if the woman accepts this type of division of assets, even if the guy hadn't written anything to her of the ksubasa, she loses her ksuba. Michlal, the Tanakama Sover, ksiva v'kabolaboy. It's not just enough to hear that she accepts it and that's distributed to her in front of her and she doesn't say anything. The Tanakama has to be written as well. Because Rav Shmuel and Rav Yossi seem to say that her silence is enough. Now, v'chi tema kula Rav Yossi, that it's enough if she was silent. But I'll bring you another brayso. Vatanya Amar Rav Yehuda. Emasai, when does she lose her ksuba? Shahais Hashem v'kible alei. Avalais Hashem v'lo kible alei. If she was there and she didn't accept her, kible alei v'lo hais Hashem. She accepted, but she wasn't there. Lo of the ksubasa. To yuf to the kula. So it's a kasha on all of them, and they were all put aside. Has to be written as well. Rav Rav Nachman. Ha Rav Hashmuel Rav Yossi Rav Chanina. We've heard these shitas. Mar my sphere lay. Rav asked Rav Nachman, "What do you hold like?" Armalei shani or Kivan shasa shutuf ben abonim of the ksubas. Once she becomes a partner with the Yisomim, and she accepts the division, she loses her ksuba. Itmar nami. There's a baraisa like this. On Rav Yosef bar Menuhin and Rav Nachman. Kivan shasa shutuf ben abonim if the ksubas. Boy Rav. Bebori heich. What about a healthy person? Me, I mean, b'shchiv mara, the yada the leslay. When a person is dying, the wife knows that he doesn't have any other assets. He's not going to be able to acquire anything more. And that she still doesn't protest. So kamachla. So there we assume she's moichel or ksuba. Alva babori, but you can't make that assumption by a healthy person. Why? Savra hadarkani. He's going to make more money. and he's not giving up her ksuba. Or maybe since right now, when he gave everything away to anything else, maybe it does mean she's moichel. So take it's left as a suffix. Hahuda Amr Lahu Pagis Libras Upaga Libras Vitilsa Isis Peperi. Half of my assets to one daughter, half of my assets to another, and a third of the payros to my wife. So Ikla Rav Nachman L'Sura, all the Gabi Rav Chizda, Amrle, Kiyad Gafnamai, what's the din here? Amrle Achamer Shmuel, Afilu Lo Hikna Lo, Eladek Lachad Leperoisa. Even if she was gifted only one palm tree with its payros of the ksubasa, by her acceptance of that gift, she loses the ksuba. Amrle Eimer Shomer Shmuel Hasam, over there by a palm, the Akni law, the Gufa Da'ara. Well, a palm tree is connected to a piece of land. And therefore, perhaps that's why, since a ksuba is normally paid from land, that's why it works there. But this was a case of peyreu. It's only payros. It's metaltalin. It's not karka. Are they metaltalin kamret? Metaltalin vadiloi kamina. If he just gave her metaltalin, it's not viewed as payment of her ksuba, and she collects her whole ksuba. Hahuda armeluhu. At the time of his death, a person said, Tlas libras, utlas libras, utlas isis. A third to one daughter, a third to the other daughter, and a third to my wife. And then shchiv chademi bante. And then one of the daughters died. Went back to that portion went back to the father. Sover papi lemeimar, loy shak lo that the wife who was given the gift of a third remains with the third. She doesn't get a further division of this half. And she doesn't get her ksuba from the other assets that the other daughters inherited. Because once she was made a partner with Karka, with the other Banais, we said she gives up her ksuba. Amle Rav Kana, Ilu Adar Kani, Milo Shakla. If he would have acquired other assets, wouldn't she have gotten the ksuba from those other assets? Kivin Shilo Hadar Kani Shakla. And since if he would have earned more money, she would have gotten the ksuba, Shanami Shakla. She doesn't learn her ksuba she gets to collect some of her ksuba from the portion of the daughter who died, and then after the father had gifted it to her. Great. Okay, everybody, tomorrow schedule is the daf will be at 7, and the Rabbana will be at 8. And hopefully we'll have the results of the elections by then.